Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha and I make videos on minimalism and intentional living, and today is going to be quite a fun, quick, casual video on my entire makeup collection. So this is it. This is where I have my entire makeup collection. It's a Ted Baker makeup bag and I got this last Christmas. I absolutely love the design of it. I did actually want one years ago with a very similar design, but the base color was black, and I ummed and ahmed about it for ages, and by the time I made up my mind to get it, they were no longer selling it in stores. So I always promised myself if I found another Ted Baker bag that I really liked, that I was going to snap it up. So I got this from Boots. I'm going to go through all my makeup in here, which is my entire makeup collection, and I'm going to go in order of how I apply it on my face. So let's start with the base products. I put on my Laura Mercier primer first, followed by the Estee Double Wear foundation, and then also I use a concealer, Lasting Perfection concealer, which I get from Boots. So this primer was a recommendation from Fleur de Force, who is an OG beauty YouTuber. She has really good recommendations. They've always worked out well for me. So if you ever want to find something in terms of makeup, I would definitely check her out. I bought this primer just before my wedding in 2018. I never used to wear primer before, but oh my goodness, it makes such a difference. I actually did my own wedding makeup and I'm really glad that I did, because I did trial a makeup artist, and although she was good, she was not as good as me, and that's really because I know my face so well. I've been putting makeup on my face for years. I'm just familiar with what suits me. So that's followed by my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. It's pretty high coverage, which I really like. I've not got loads of pimples, to be honest. I used to struggle with pimples all through my 20s, but now, you know, it's so nice actually to not have to worry so much about like spots and acne and breakouts. I do sometimes get breakouts if I don't sleep enough, but on the whole, my skin's generally okay. But even so, I like this high coverage. I don't wear a lot of makeup in real life. I will wear it on camera and also sometimes on special occasions, but other than that, my face is normally bare. But I really enjoy using this foundation. The way that I found this was actually really funny, because it was from a sample in a magazine that Andrew had. He gave it to me and said, hey, do you want to try this foundation? And I was just like, yeah, why not? Save myself some money. I'll wear it a few times, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So I've been wearing that ever since. That was back in 2016, I think. So I've been wearing this for the last 5 years. So both the primer and the foundation are pretty expensive, but my concealer is really cheap. I think this is about £5 and you can get it from Boots. Again, this is another recommendation from Fleur de Force, which has really worked out well for me. This is in the color Toffee. They don't have a huge range. When I first started using this, they only had like 4 shades and I was the shade Dark, but now they've got about 12 shades, and now I'm the shade Toffee, and that's number 12. After my base, I generally move on to my eyes, and my eyeshadow collection is this. Now, I am a little bit annoyed because I had more eyeshadow palettes. I had another Tom Ford one and I had a Naked palette, but I don't know where they are. I really have searched high and low for those palettes, and Tom Ford palettes are pretty expensive, so I'm quite bummed that I can't find it. So this is the one that I have at the moment, and it's pretty well used, as you can see. I've hit pan on this shade, and yeah, I really don't know where the other one has got to. I don't know if I lost it in the move, because I moved from my parents' house into a flat just down the road. So yeah, I have looked a lot actually for that. So that's the one that I miss the most, the other Tom Ford palette, but this is still a good palette and there's still some shadow that I can use. The Naked palette, I wasn't such a huge fan of, to be honest. I never really used it. I bought it on the strength of everybody going crazy over it on YouTube many years ago, but like honestly, I've only ever used it a handful of times. The other eyeshadow that I use fairly frequently is Bobbi Brown in Champagne, this one. It's a really nice shade, but it doesn't apply that well, which, you know, it's surprising because Bobbi Brown's pretty expensive. I don't really like using this eyeshadow for that reason, but it is a really pretty color. I do have a set of 5 Refer brushes, which I'm told are very good dupes for Tom Ford brushes. I don't want to spend a load of money on Tom Ford brushes because I don't really use brushes that often. I generally tend to use my fingers when I apply my makeup, but obviously for eyeshadow you need a good brush. And so that's why I'm doubly annoyed that I can't find my other eyeshadow palettes. but these are the brushes that I have. They're really lovely and soft and fluffy, and I've actually not used them yet. So these were a Christmas present from Andrew. They cost about $44 or £44 because there was an offer on. I'm not sure if the website is still running that promotion. I will try and link everything that I've spoken about in this video in the description below. Then I apply my liquid eyeliner, which is the Body Shop liquid eyeliner. I have been using this, I think, for well over a decade now. It doesn't make my eyes stream. It's very gentle, so I swear by it, and I recommend it to anybody who wants to use liquid eyeliner and has sensitive eyes. And then onto my mascara, which is the Maybelline Colossal mascara in 100% black. I would not recommend this. It gives a really subtle look, which I don't enjoy. I much prefer the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I thought, you know, same brand, how much difference could there be between the two different types of mascara? And it turns out there's quite a lot of difference. As soon as I use this one up, I'm going to go back to Maybelline Lash Sensational. Then I tend to darken my eyebrows because the foundation leaves a white cast. I just use a black eye kohl for that, and this brand is Natural Collection. Any kind of eye kohl will do. You can pick them up for as little as £2. And then moving on to my cheeks, this is my blush, Max Factor X Miracle Touch Creamy Blush. This is again another product that I do not recommend. I have used much more expensive blushes in the past. I've used Chanel and Charlotte Tilbury, and honestly I'm going to move back to them because this is very hard to apply. They call it creamy blush, but there's nothing creamy about it. It's very hard to work with, so I don't recommend. In terms of highlighter, I will use the Revlon Instafix highlighting stick, but I sometimes wear this, I sometimes don't. I generally don't really. After I've put on weight, I find that I don't really need it, and it doesn't like make much of a difference. But when I was slimmer in the face, it did. And yeah, this is pretty good. It's cheap and it does the job. Now let's move on to my lipstick collection. I have 3 lipsticks, which are these. So the first one is Christian Dior, and it's called Dior Addict. It's in the color 623, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, I've used up quite a lot of it. It's a really pretty color. It's a reddish brown, and I think it suits my skin tone really nicely. The next one that I have is Illamasqua, and it's a bright pink, and I only have the tiniest bit left. I've worn this for years. I used to really like wearing it, but I don't use it as much anymore. It's just a nice pink color. It looks really extreme, but actually on you can make it quite subtle. I put it on quite gently. And then my final lipstick is a MAC Bullet lipstick, and it's the color Ruby Woo. My sister gave me this because she was wearing it one day and she looked so nice, and I kept commenting on how pretty she looked, so she went out and got me this MAC lipstick. It's a mini one, by the way, so it's not the full size. Over all of these lipsticks, I use my tried and tested Whirl lip liner from MAC. It's a nice brown color, and I think it really suits my skin tone. Oh, I should have mentioned that before I put on any of my lip products, I always put on Vaseline to prep my lips, and I use the rosy lip tint. We're pretty much coming to the end of my makeup collection. The rest isn't really makeup. One is a sharpener for my eye kohl and my lip liner, and this sharpener I got from Boots. It's from the No. 7 collection. And finally I've got some tweezers. And that is it. That's all my makeup. It's a small collection, but for the most part, it's full of tried and tested products that I really enjoy using. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help my channel. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.